Peace be upon you. Welcome back to Wealth and Wisdom. Today we discuss something which is perhaps the most important quality of Bitcoin. That is censorship resistance. Censorship resistance is the network's most critical property, because it ensures that the rules of the network will neither change arbitrarily or be enforced inconsistently, without which the system would be inoperable. Most important of these rules is the finite scarcity of the currency itself. Censorship resistance reinforces scarcity, and scarcity reinforces censorship resistance. Bitcoin becomes more resistant to censorship as it scales, because the network becomes more decentralized over time. As adoption increases, each individual on average controls an ever-diminishing share of the network's fixed supply, and it is the scarcity of the currency which primarily drives adoption. As the network becomes further decentralized, it becomes increasingly difficult for any individual or business to censor the network. However, at any point in time, whether Bitcoin is sufficiently censorship resistant is ultimately unknown and practically unknowable. Instead, censorship resistance can only be measured through the test of time and through each failed attempt to censor the network. The risks of censorship comes in two ways: forcing changes to the network's consensus rules, or invalidating or preventing otherwise valid transactions. By design, anyone can access the Bitcoin network on a permissionless basis by running a Bitcoin full node. Each node can broadcast transactions to the rest of the network, and every node validates a full history of the blockchain with each passing block based on a common set of rules. The consensus rules of Bitcoin are the common language that coordinates all peers within the network, but no single party dictates the rules. Everyone opts involuntarily. If it were possible for any single party or central authority to force a change onto the network, or to influence activity within the network in such a way that would invalidate an otherwise valid transaction, it would demonstrate that the network was not sufficiently decentralized to prevent censorship. This is yet to ever happen. Bitcoin can't be a little bit censorship resistant, just like you can't be a little bit pregnant. Censorship resistance is an all or nothing proposition. It either is or it is not. And if it is not, then everything is at risk, including Bitcoin's fixed 21 million supply. Censorship within Bitcoin at the protocol layer is not the equivalent of PayPal deplatforming an individual or company, nor is it the equivalent of any bank shutting down a checking account or Visa not authorizing a transaction. Bitcoin is a currency issuer and settlement layer. Any form of censorship would undermine the system as a whole, which is why the activity most susceptible to censorship forms a litmus test for the rest of the network. It cannot be banned. Like and subscribe for more content. Assalamu alaikum.